I was about to say all of that conversation would have gotten us demonetized, but jokes on YouTube, we're not getting any money out of this anyway.
Take that, us.
Right.
Hello, and welcome to the Queen's Blades, a Tales of the Valiant actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Colin,
Yes.
what happened last time?
So much. So much. Trifton successfully defeated everything in their path, knocked out the guards, disposed of their bodies, and signaled to our reinforcements that we were in need of them. However, they did wind up having to surrender themselves. Well, surrender might not be the right word. Did have to engage with the guards in order to allow our reinforcements to safely come ashore. Murray was able to entangle all of the opposition on her way to Taliesin. Paid double the entry for a card game, and we escaped back to the cleric to get there just in time to discover that our reinforcements have successfully come ashore, and that Trifton has been carried away unconscious by the guards, and we are now racing back to the cathedral, hopefully before the consequences of our actions have arrived there.
The palace.
The palace, yes.
Okay. So, cut to the palace. You have all managed to arrive carefully back into the main part of the palace. It's night. It's thoroughly nighttime by now. It is probably. We said this was like February, so it gets dark fairly early, but it is deep night by the time that you are back in the safety of the regent's palace.
Safety.
Well, better safety than previously. The newly arrived Queen's Blades quickly take up stations in and around the residence, and Zaro is just in the midst of congratulating you on a job well done. So Zaro is standing in the room before the fire and says, "That was good work. Now, what's happened to Trifton?"
Details are cloudy, but they appear to have been captured after giving the signal. The details we don't exactly have, but we were told that they are in custody.
That is unfortunate.
We do, however, the cleric has promised that they will send us information if they are able to discover the whereabouts of Trifton. Assuming they're not brought back here, they're at another location, the cleric will get word to us here in the palace.
All right, well, without knowing where they are, there's not very much we can do, so we'll have to proceed for the moment without their assistance. So, what we know so far. Taliesin, you learned that Sorella has suspicions about Sir Garrick, and they're trying to wrap up some sort of loose end. Don't know what. And Murray, we have this spell book with possibly fraudulent ciphers from the Royal Eyes. So what does that suggest to you, Paul?
That it was an inside job.
All right.
Sorella also made note of the fact that Crozen has been politicking the event as a claim for more power.
Of course. Of course. And he's to convene the college, or the Council of Cardinals. I'm not sure what the angle is. Don't know if it's war with Onder or just further emergency powers.
If we act off of the assumption that they were involved in it, then it would appear as though instigating with Onder would be the goal. That's the only fingers that have been pointed are at the Ondarians.
And
Fair
heavily pointed in that direction.
Right. Okay. So what do we do about it? Can't allow Cardinal Crozen to take on further emergency powers and gain more ability to bypass the Speaker and the Cardinals and act unilaterally. Pulling us back into war with Onder. Who knows what that would cause? It might spark war with the other nations as well.
Would it be worth pursuing speaking to the Keeper?
If we could, I don't know how we achieve an audience. If anyone can achieve an audience, it'll be the Regent. But I don't know how quickly that will be possible. Certainly not before the morning. And even then, achieving that audience without Crozen being able to interfere in some way.
Do we take the bait and see if that provides any information? I mean, clearly somebody wanted the key to the inn to be found. If we go see who is there, is it possible that they have any information about why the finger's being pointed at them?
It could be. It's very nearly the only actionable lead that we've got. We're in a better position here than we were before. Reinforcements means it won't be possible to quietly detain the Regent. It gives us a little bit more freedom of action. Assume if you're caught out on the streets, there will be an attempt to arrest you, but that was already true before we acted, so we're not any worse off there, not any better. bait may be the only option we have, unless we're going to try and hunt down Trifton.
It doesn't feel right to leave them,
No.
I agree.
but we aren't in control of knowing what to do to rescue them.
I would have no idea where to start.
For their sake, I was hoping they'd be returned here.
No, even if in the best case scenario, the shields will enjoy humiliating our regiment by throwing them in a dungeon for a night.
There's no risk of them not being returned, right?
I don't know. They tried to attack the cardinal, so there's the possibility of a personal matter to it, and that could be used to escalate the situation. I don't know. It depends on whether Clausen decides that he has time for that right now, or whatever scheme he's trying to run requires all of his attention. There's not no danger of that.
Mm.
That may change my answer. Would we know where? I mean, is the dungeon's location public knowledge? Do they have like
You'd know where like
stocks?
I was gonna say you'd know where like a regular uh county jail, essentially, where you know where the police lockup would be. Whether that's where Trifton would end up is another matter. You don't really have any way of knowing that part, but certainly you would know where the just normal lockup would be.
Are you wanting to just go and make an attempt, Murray?
At the very least, I'm thinking I want them to know that we know where Trifton is. Um, I don't know that we could break them out without dire consequences to what we're trying to do here, but I also don't want Trifton to just disappear
Hmm.
and them think that they could. That I don't want Crozen to think that he could cause Trifton to disappear. That will be noticed. I'm open to other options. If freeing them without risking the regent's safety and goal, I would support that. you just want to break them out?
Oh, I'm always more interested in the dramatic approach, but I would agree that's counter to our ultimate goal. This is a challenging predicament. I don't presume that the Blood Regent would have the ability to issue a return of them.
Not in the middle of the night. It's possible tomorrow if she demanded loudly enough. Not in the middle of the night.
It seems as though everything is possible tomorrow.
Certainly more things are possible in daylight, but depending on what the Cardinal does.
All right. What is your
Was that
leading?
making you a decision? Okay.
What does it make my decision?
I wasn't sure if the all right meant that you had made a decision or if that you were just stalling, and I was just trying to clarify.
I would like to know how much room we have to make a decision here.
That's a great question.
We've taken
You've done
enough
what-
responsibility for issues today.
You've done what I asked. You've done it well enough. We are much more secure. She is much more secure. And we are better positioned to take action. My understanding of the situation says the Regent's best move will be trying to attain an audience with the Keeper come morning. What do you think is the loose end that Garrick and Andre were discussing, according to Lady Sorella? What's left of this plan?
Probably the mage that got away
The rest
when
were
all the
killed.
others died.
Right. Okay. So finding that mage, then, would be another play. While this conversation is going on, I am going to roll an investigation check on behalf of Elid's contact to see what they're able to find out.
So good.
That's a decent roll. Okay. What is their modifier going to be? That's a good modifier. Okay. All right. About this point, there is you hear from out in the courtyard a little bit of a ruckus with some of the other blades calling out challenges, calling someone to halt and to identify themselves.
Taliesin
Run over
would,
to that.
move in that direction.
Sorry.
So standing in a pool of lamplight, with several of the Queen's blades standing around them, with drawn weapons of various kinds, is a woman in pretty much all black, although in some places it's trimmed in silver. She has bright red hair that's put back in a fairly tight bun. Um, she has her hands raised and is standing very, very poised. Um, Poised in a way that is also coiled and ready to spring if that becomes necessary. And she said, I was told to find the Queen's blades with information regarding a shifter.
Hello, hello. Yes. Oh, easy, chaps. Yes. You come from the cleric.
Elid, yes.
Hmm.
He's an associate of mine.
Charmed. I'm Taliesin. Myself and Murray here were the ones who were dealing with him earlier today. Please,
And
do come
very
in.
grateful.
If
So
you would.
grateful.
Your friend has a short fuse.
Deeply true.
It was a
Yes.
stressful day.
Let me tell you what I found out. Trifton,
Hello.
you come to, you are bound, and you can tell that you are lying on the floor of a cart that's being rolled through the streets. Your both hands and legs are shackled. And when you first sort of open your eyes and shift, one of the guards walking alongside the cart glances in, and becomes just a little more tense, and says, "No trouble," and keeps walking alongside. You really can't tell exactly where you are. There are buildings on either side of this street that you're being rolled down, and you kind of put back together the details of this. You may consider yourself to have 1 hit point.
Oof.
Hmm.
I'm so deeply curious how the other guy looks, though. You know.
Oh, you kind of imagine that there are a lot of people that were left behind, receiving medical care, probably at the scene of the crime.
Definitely not
and,
feeling proud about that. Wacka,
right,
wacka,
yeah.
wacka.
You just sit tight. Have you to the watch station in no time. It goes on for a few minutes, assuming you don't make any sudden movements. It goes on like this for a few more minutes, and then the cart stops, and you can distinctly tell that you're not arrived anywhere. You're still just in the middle of the street, and you can hear voices, and say, "No, I'll take custody of this one. Well done. You've all done your duty and apprehended a dangerous criminal who's a person of interest in today's attack. Your bravery will be reported to the highest levels." And you see that the guards who have been walking alongside you step away, and some members of the Silver Shield replace them. The cart, and then a figure leans over, and you recognize Garrick Baynar from the cathedral. And he gives kind of a smirk and then leans over and hauls a bag down over your head. And then you feel the cart start moving again. Back at the palace. So, your friend never arrived at the watch station. Your friend never arrived at the watch station. They were intercepted by a troop of silver shields and taken into custody by Garrick Baynar.
Oh.
My understanding is that the patrol headed out towards a residence. Not where I thought they would go. They didn't head towards the Silver Shields barracks or the cathedral. They headed out towards a residence in the northeast quarter of the city.
So
That's what I found out.
That's where Sorella's neighborhood is, right?
No, Sorella was
Northwest.
I think
She's
northwest.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Okay, thank you.
How were they being transported?
Shackled, bound in a cart.
First of all, thank you so very much.
Yes.
Is it at all possible that we could be given more precise location or perhaps escorted to the vicinity of the area?
I can give you the address.
Please.
Thank you.
So she brings her hands down and fishes out a little piece of paper, which she writes an address on and flicks it over to you.
Much appreciated. I don't precisely know the intricacies of this relationship. Is this a favor, or do we owe you for this? Is there
Call it a favor, I suppose. Whether you can do anything for me will still need to be judged.
I think more people should take that approach when it comes to us personally, but again, much appreciated.
We have marginally concurrent goals at the moment, so it works.
That is deeply ominous. What organization are you aligned with here?
What do you mean?
You said goals. Is that yours in particular, or are you representative of a larger group of like-minded people?
Well, I think I've delivered my message.
Cheers. Yes.
We're very grateful.
She turns and springs almost as lightly as Trifton would up along the wall and drops over the other side of the wall.
Straight back in to Zaro. And assuming Murray would follow.
Oh yeah.
To debrief and after, and so I dare say this may escalate the need to procure them, as if I'm not entirely misreading the situation, it seems as though Trifton is in line to become the scapegoat for this situation, at least part of it.
That does seem likely. Right. Lady Taurus will manage security here. If you feel able, go find out what you can.
I'm so glad you said feel and not think. Yes, darling. Murray, shall we?
Do I still I still have the spell book and the armor, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. I bring that out and offer it to Zaro, and if these are the items that I could procure from the site of the attack. We've I've already told you what we could find out about them, but if y'all can find out more.
Right. And he takes that and sets it on a table. He looks you two over. How are the two of you looking?
70%.
Not bad. Not bad.
Same.
Okay. And he walks over and fishes around in a cabinet. And he comes back with a couple of bottles, which he passes over to you. And he hands you 2 potions of superior healing. Since Trifton's likely to be in poor shape when you find him.
I was planning on asking Taurus if she had any of those, having brought them along. I will add 1 to mine.
How do I add that?
Under equipment, next to shared treasure, you click add.
I was still looking for equipment. There it is. Okay. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
And you said a superior?
Yes.
And he gave us 2?
He gave you 2. Yes.
Okay. I have 1 and you have 1, Taliesin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then away we go.
Yeah.
Okay. As you leave, Taurus stops you. She says, "Right. The 2 of you look awful, frankly."
Cheers.
Oh, it's been a long day.
Yes, exactly so. And she is going to cast some healing on the 2 of you.
Oh,
Huzzah.
that's nice.
D8s. Where are you? D8s.
Little Sour Patch Kid moment where she's sour to us and then sweet. You don't watch enough TV, Philip. Someone in the watch party will understand.
I know.
Please, someone leave a comment on the video that you understand those commercials.
Did we happen to get the red-haired woman's name?
Nope. Goodness, no.
Absolutely not.
Please.
We just got Barney Stinson right there, y'all.
Okay. Both of you, to the degree that you need this much, both of you can recover 22 hit points.
Nice.
Whoa.
Cool.
Indeed. In addition to that, yeah. She looks at the two of you for a moment. This is Taurus has been in the Queen's Blades for a long time. She doesn't always travel with the Queen. She's not quite at the level that Zaro is, but she is heavily involved in the actual organization and training of the Queen's Blades in a lot of ways for new recruits. And so both of you would be aware of Taurus. And she looks you over for a moment and considers, and then she um, lays a hand on each of your shoulders. And one thing you know about Taurus is that whatever your relationship is to the faith, Taurus is a very, very true believer. And she says, "Flame guard you, bring them home safe." And you just feel warmth wash over you. So each of you gains 13 temporary hit points. And you are currently immune to both poison and being frightened.
All right.
Thank you so much.
This doesn't sound like it's gearing up for a giant, terrible fight at all.
What are you talking about?
Never
Taurus
that.
is just trying to help, man.
Never that. Thank
It's
you,
just Taurus being Taurus.
So glad I only have half of my spell slots.
That mechanically, when we were locked up earlier, did we short rest?
You took a short rest, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, you're off. Trifton.
Hello.
You find yourself in a room. It's clearly not a room that's designed to be a prison or a dungeon or anything like that. It's in other circumstances, probably quite a comfortable room. You are sitting in a chair, and you can tell that your hands are shackled behind the chair, and that your feet have been shackled to the legs of the chair. The room is mostly dark, although some moonlight, starlight comes through the drapes over the window. And there's a closed door just other side of the room. And you can hear that there are people outside that door in a room from which light is coming under the door. And that there is, you can hear people walking back and forth. You can hear the murmur of voices speaking low but urgently. Yeah, so that's the situation you find yourself in when you are once again able to see.
I would like to say that while Trifton is conscious, I don't know that there's anything mechanical to do, but I would like them to be meditating, sort of centering themselves.
Mhm.
The job, what needed to get done is done, and they just took the time to regain their composure as much as they could, is at least what was happening on the way. I don't know. Is it you set that up so that I have to, what do I do in this situation?
Yeah, what's Trifton doing? If Trifton's plan is just to sit and meditate and be ready, that's totally fine.
I would like to say that Trifton would like to take the lay of the room,
Okay.
just to see where, advantages, disadvantages, just get the layout. I don't know if that needs a perception check or an investigation check.
A perception check would be ideal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a spell. Perception. 14.
14. Okay. So you can tell around this room. You can tell that, as I said, there's a window on one wall that you're getting moonlight and starlight through, this kind of casting the room in a sort of dull blue-gray light, and then you're getting what seems like lamplight under the door, so more of a yellow-orange glow from under the door. The room is pretty spare. You would get the impression of maybe like a guest bedroom. There's a simple table against the wall. There's a bed next to the table. You kind of have the impression that this chair maybe normally sits at that table, like the table is kind of a vanity, and has been pulled over into the middle of the room to serve as something to shackle you to.
Okay.
But beyond that, there's another door that you can't really tell. It could just be a closet, or maybe it's a door into another passageway. It's hard to say. But the door that light is coming under is the one where you can definitely tell there are people on the other side of.
All right. Trifton is going to largely just sit and wait and try to take in as much of what is happening outside. If there's anything that Trifton can pick up, I would like to roll for that, like through the conversations.
Sure. Yeah, give me another perception check. See if you can pick up anything of what is being said.
Okie doke. What the heck is that? Oh, that's a nat 20. Okay.
Yep.
So 22.
Very nice. Okay, yeah, you again, I did this last. You have yourself a little daredevil moment where you center yourself and silence everything else, and you're the kind of in tune with the natural and animal side of yourself with those sharpened senses of hearing. You can tell that there are several people out in the other room, and you can hear an argument. There is a voice that you recognize as Sir Garrick. What were you thinking? Why? We had agreed upon the nature of the attack. We didn't say anything about summoning fiends into the city. Innocent people were killed. And a cool but unfamiliar voice says, well, it drew attention, cleared away what might have otherwise been opposition. And I can't help but notice that everyone who participated in the main attack is dead. So perhaps I'm not the only one who kept some of my cards back. I didn't expect that to happen. What was agreed upon, what you were paid for, was the attack on the cathedral. I had expected, once the attack had occurred, you and the others would escape using your magic. I didn't know that the cathedral was warded against teleportation. You see, I find that just ever so slightly hard to believe. Being a man of your position and a man in direct service of the Cardinal, I would expect surely you would be intimately aware of the security procedures involving the Cardinal. I'm beginning to think we were brought here to be some sort of scapegoat. Certainly wasn't my intention. Hmm. Well, then, perhaps you were a less reliable partner in this than I thought you would be. Listen, it doesn't matter now. We have a fallback plan. Accomplish the goals of those that I serve, and may yet accomplish the goals of those that you serve. My interests are quite clear, and you told me there would be progress on that. And I am very, very doubtful of what you have said to me now. Should have known better. I've heard things about your brother. My brother and I are no longer connected. He went a different path at the end of the war. Hmm. That's not what I've heard. Taliesin and Murray.
Hmm.
You have made your way across the city and are positioned in a swanky neighborhood. There is a large home of the same general layout and scale as Lady Sorella's that has the address that you have been sent to. You can tell that there are people here, but not where they are. There are no guards out front as far as you can see. Although, well, I would take a perception check from either one of you or both.
Well,
Neither of us did this
the
well.
dice have betrayed me.
Yep. What you said is true. We cannot tell if there are guards around.
Yep.
I got an 11.
9.
Both of you get a luck point.
Oh, that is true.
Oof.
At least
I
there's
need
that.
I'm now full. Should use
Yeah.
those.
I'm one away.
You better-
Just gotta
I was gonna say
scuff it
you-
one more time.
You better use them because remember, if you go over your max, we roll a d4, and that's how many luck points you now have.
Did we know
I
that?
didn't.
Use it or lose it.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Um.
Use it or lose it.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't see any guards. There could be guards. There might not be guards. Probably there's just no guards.
Yeah, sure.
Probably.
Certainly.
Hey, Philip.
Hey, Casey.
I have not used this very often, and so I'm curious if this is a thing I could use. I know thieves can't,
Okay.
and this is a super nice neighborhood with a super nice house that could be targeted. Can I
Sure.
see if there is any sort of at writing
Oh, you want to see if?
symbols?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
$23.
So you look around in the usual places that you would find thieves' cant markings. and it takes you a few minutes, but you find a corner where there have been some scratches that have been made into the plaster near the base of a wall where it won't be noticed. This is sort of against the base of the outer courtyard wall of this villa. The symbols here are not symbols that you see very often. The symbols essentially represent this place is not worth your time. There is great danger here. It's the sort of thing that you might see on a house that was known to, I don't know, have a have a really elaborate security system.
Macaulay Culkin lives
or
there.
Sure, yeah, like um, but it suggests that whatever there is to steal here is not worth the risk involved in stealing from here.
Having seen that, can I attempt another perception check, confident that I have missed something?
Sure, I'll allow that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Given this information, I missed the super secure guard in the guardhouse. And I'm definitely gonna spend my luck.
Yep. Yeah.
What's a
So you
3
can
get me?
3 gets you a
D8?
D8 or a reroll. You can just
Ooh.
choose to re-roll with 3.
Now, if I spend 3 to re-roll, and fail, can I then also add
Yeah, you
luck
can. Yeah, you
if
can.
I fail? I'm gonna spend 3 and re-roll.
Make it rain, Casey.
Roll. I mean, use it or lose it, I've been told. Losing it. I'm really
That's
trying to lose
crazy.
it.
That's
Same.
crazy.
Exactly the same number. Wow.
Now I'm
another
gonna
11.
spend the 2 to roll a d6.
Outrageous.
Yeah. Yeah, with a natural 5, re-rolling really seems like it should be.
I get to add 6. Like, this seemed
Yeah.
no brainer. There it is. Okay. And I did roll a 6 for a total of 17. I can do math. 11 plus 6 is 17.
It is late.
Okay. So, all right. So 17. You know, it's weird because you look this place over and you don't see any evidence of some kind of elaborate security system or magical wards, or um, like some really nice houses will have like animated suits of armor that serve as protection, that sort of thing. You don't really see any of that. But with just because of the things that you spend and because of some of the abilities that you have, um, you do feel something about this place is wrong. There's something in your training to essentially be a I mean you are, your subclass that you have, you are trained again regardless of your somewhat ambivalent relationship with the faith as an organized religion. You are trained to feel the silver flame and use it to sense danger and to sense how to deal with it. uh that is ringing in your ears right now. Something about this is wrong that's being picked up by your connection to the flame, not by your expertise in spycraft and that kind of thing.
I do not have good feelings.
No.
Are they bad enough to second guess what we're here for.
I mean, we definitely need to find Trifton, and if they're here, it is not good. I don't know if this house is protected or we're at the wrong house or what, but something is wrong.
What is this? An intuition or what do you mean?
My feelings are bad. I mean, not feelings are bad,
No,
but
you're having bad ones, and he will like show her his flask if that's what she's asking.
no, those don't fix bad feelings.
Mm-hmm. Disagree, but that's for later. So
No, she would clarify. No, my connection with the flame is giving warnings.
oh. Well, I don't know about you, but that seems all the more reason to insert ourselves into the situation on Trifton's behalf.
I agree. But we have to be incredibly careful about how we go about it so that we're helping them rather than getting caught.
Yes. Careful. Are we?
Yes, careful.
Yes, yeah, right. Set. Yes. Effective is more my concern, usually, as you know. Go ahead. Blow this up for us.
I would like to give both of you a luck point.
Uh-oh.
Why?
We just failed something.
No.
Uh-oh.
I'm giving you both a luck. Actually, I'm going to give the whole party a luck point.
Oh.
And I'm giving you a luck point to purchase permission to do something.
Oh, gosh.
In spite of the two of you doing quite well at the moment on the rolls.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Taliesin will never forgive me, but Colin is so intrigued on what Philip is going to do. I don't even like that guy that much. He'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Permission from me.
Well.
Oh. Chills
Taliesin.
every time. Hello, love.
And you, Taliesin, who, as we've established, are obviously just standing in the road while Murray is crouched carefully behind some shrubs looking at the marks on the wall. Turn and you see Andri standing in the midst of the road with his patrol behind him. So strange to find you exactly where I'm headed again.
Almost as though you're following me, darling. Is this something we ought to explore? I kid. What brings you to my neighborhood?
Nice try.
I thought so. To which part, though? The flirtation or the inquiry? Yes, carry on.
By chance, convince you, and he draws his sword, to resist arrest.
Oh. And Taliesin is going to look to Murray. And Murray, you've seen this moment. You have half a second to nod disapproval. Then he winks at Murray, turns and says, "Oh, you most certainly can, darling," and draws.
Trifton.
Yes?
The conversation outside the door is growing more heated. You can hear Garrick clearly distinctly upset at this stage of the conversation. Politics of Thalios are not my interest right now. There was an opportunity created by what you did, and that opportunity can be very lucrative for you and those you represent, and that can be very beneficial to your interests and to your future plans in that city. But right now, you have created a danger. A danger for me, a danger for my patron, and the thing that I need to happen right now is for that danger to be gone. So, if you will just work with me for a moment, we'll set up this idiotic blade to serve as a scapegoat. You'll get your money. You'll go on your way and do whatever Thalios and anarchists want to do. Yes, but you see, it seems to me that having sacrificed the blood of several of my compatriots, that the survivors like myself have an obligation to pursue other opportunities. And there's a sound that you can't quite interpret, but at that moment, and at the same moment that Murray is standing outside, sensing things, you, through your meditative practice, through your own connection to the silver flame, you feel something come into that room, and it is bad. And you hear Garrick say, Flame, what are you doing? This is absolute madness. Send it back now, and we'll go our separate ways. This doesn't need to end this way. And there is this deep, rumbling growl sound. And then the door slams open, and you hear shouts of alarm from what you presume are the other guards that came here with Garrick. And then you and Taliesin and Murray and Andre and his silver shields all hear a very, and I use this word exactly deliberately, unearthly howl from the other room. And that's where we're going to leave this episode.
Been waiting for that. So good.
Oh.
Thank you all so much for
Oh my
watching.
God.
If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can do so in comments down below or over on the Discord. Down in the link, down in the description, you will also find links to our merch store as well as to the other wonderful things done by these players. New episodes of The Queen's Blades drops on Monday. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.